Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unit 5, or Week 5 if you prefer to track our progress in that manner. So as you can see on the screen, we're talking about engagement and equity. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, engagement is really important. If you look at any of the studies, particularly Gallup, they do a lot of engagement studies, and it's really low across the board. And I recently read an article, and I'll share later this week so you can see some of the information. It talks about motivation and disengagement and things of that nature. And one of the things that a lot of organizations do is they will do an annual engagement survey. You've probably been a part of some type of survey that's conducted on a semi-annual or annual basis. And if you're like me, sometimes you wonder, okay, I'm going to put my information down, but what's going to happen? So, as HR professionals, we're on the flip side of that. We see that information, and a lot of times getting leadership to understand the importance of what they're hearing is going to be a major challenge. As a matter of fact, I had an organization that I worked at, and the CEO said, okay, here's the engagement survey. Let's get this out to the frontline staff. And my presentation compared to his presentation was significantly different, because he wanted to cherry pick those things that this is what we're doing well, this is what's going good, completely ignoring the stuff that was a challenge to the workforce. And I explained, I said, you can send this out, but they're going to know you're selling bovine fertilizer. And he just couldn't understand why I wanted to say that we need to put these things back in, because, like I told him, I said the staff is going to know, they're going to understand that you're lying to them. So engagement is a key thing, and it really moves beyond just the annual engagement survey. So, and you can see the learning objectives. We're going to talk about reskilling. In today's global workforce, reskilling is a key opportunity for your employees. One, it improves retention. Two, it helps keep the company or the organization innovative and changing and adapting. And those are all organizational strengths as well. And we're going to talk about our second objective, obviously, is importance of equity and reward fairness as components of that larger total rewards. And we've talked a lot about this, and you guys have had some great insights, more so than some of my previous classes, so kudos to you on that. But equity and reward, and because we have 5 different generations in the workplace right now, equity becomes somewhat of a challenge, because each generation wants something different. So we're going to work through some of that. I encourage you to look at the learning objectives in depth and see some of the course outcomes and other assignments and things of that nature. So, but certainly if you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to visiting with you in the discussions. Thanks.